Hi, I'm Jamie Carragher, and I am going to be looking at some of the names who have been linked to the vacant Liverpool job that will come up on maybe the 20th, hopefully the 23rd, but we'll see. So I'm going to start off with the Sporting Lisbon manager, Ruben Amorim. I actually think it looks like he's the favourite right now. I've got no insider information, just reading reports. That's what it seems like. He's only 39. I think he's into his, second or third job. He's been at Sporting Lisbon for 4 years. He won the title before, won a couple of cups, and it looks like he's on for the double this season at Sporting Lisbon. So I think if Liverpool could bring in a manager who's a title winner in his last season at his previous job, I think that'd be a very good acquisition for Liverpool if it was to be Mr. Amorim. De Zerbi is next on my list. He's done a brilliant job at Brighton. He's moved them up levels since Graham Potter was there, who obviously initially built a success, or certainly how they played, the football they play. But I think De Zerbi's taken it on. He's had a lot of clubs. I think the fact that he wouldn't be coming with sort of a huge CV in terms of trophies may be something to look at. I know it's difficult to win trophies at Brighton, I get that. But certainly his football would pass the eye test. Yeah, the fact he's got Premier League experience as well would certainly go in his favour. But no, I think it'd be more Amorim than De Zerbi. Julian Nagelsmann is next on this list. He was a manager who's been getting spoken about for a long time now, last 4 or 5 years. I remember I think it was his Hoffenheim team coming up against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool in a Champions League qualifier. So he was on the radar then. I think he was quite unfortunate to lose his job at Bayern Munich, because I think he did quite well, and you look at what's happened since, it's probably deteriorated a bit as well. Now in charge of Germany, still only a young man in terms of age. I've got plenty of experience managerial-wise because he started so young, but it just feels that maybe the timing is not quite right. And maybe if this job had came up a couple of years ago, he'd have been maybe in pole position. But on the back of it, losing his job at Bayern Munich, now in the national team's hands, I don't think that'll be the case, that he'll be at Liverpool next season. Unai Emery. Unai Emery is a brilliant football manager. He's had great success throughout his career. And he's normally had success, I would say, with teams just below the real elite. And what I mean by that is he's done a great job at Valencia. Villarreal was another one. What he's doing now at Aston Villa. And I think he found it tough at PSG. Arsenal didn't go as well as he would have liked, even though I don't think he actually had the support, certainly, or the structure behind him that he's now got at Aston Villa. Seville as well is another one where he did really well. Fantastic record in the Europa League as well with a lot of his teams. So I think the fact that it didn't go well for him at Arsenal, I think would maybe put Liverpool off maybe a little bit. This is just me talking. But I love him. I think he's done a brilliant job at Aston Villa, and he's a serious coach, but I think he might just miss out. Thomas Tuchel. I actually used to think Thomas Tuchel should be well high up in the running for the Liverpool job after Klopp. I always felt this when he was at Chelsea and when he left Chelsea. And the reason being is because I think for any manager, following Klopp is going to be tough. Not just for the football and the trophies, but, the personality, who he is. And Thomas Tuchel has done that twice before. He's done it at Mainz and he's done it at Borussia Dortmund, and he did great jobs at both clubs. So, Klopp's personality would have been difficult to replace at those clubs as well, as it's going to be for Liverpool. So he's had experience of that, which I thought would be a big factor for any manager coming in at Liverpool. And the fact he's a Champions League winning manager. He's won the Champions League with Chelsea. I think he got to the final with PSG. And I just think the fact that maybe it hasn't gone as well as he would have liked at Bayern Munich, he knows he's going to lose his job at the end of the season, I think means the timing's probably not right for him. You always want to come in on the back of maybe being successful or being sort of the new kid on the block, if you like. So I just think the timing's wrong for Thomas Tuchel. And the last one, Jamie Carragher. Right, Jamie Carragher, the next Liverpool manager. Who'd have thought? No, I can assure you it won't be me. I would never come into this conversation ever again. I may have come into the conversation when I was coming to the end of my playing days about maybe in the future if I had a successful managerial career at 2 or 3 other jobs. And then maybe I was in a position to take the Liverpool job. But I chose the easy option. I went down the punditry route. So I'm analysing football still. I'm still obsessed with the game, but I don't have to worry about the results so much. I analyse the results and the performances more. So there's absolutely no chance of me being in that conversation, and rightly so. So that concludes the managerial names who are top of the shopping list maybe. For Liverpool, I actually do think the next manager will be Ruben Amorim. I'm not sure it can be anyone else at this moment, just through reading obviously press reports and Liverpool getting linked to him. It doesn't seem like anybody else is in the equation right now, and he's a young man, but he's done a fantastic job in the 2 or 3 jobs that he's had, and fingers crossed for him and Sporting Lisbon. If he is to leave and join Liverpool, he comes as a title winner.